What is up, people? Welcome to another video. Thanks for clicking on this one. For some reason I didn't video myself to do any introduction or anything. I've just got raw footage, so here we go. I'm just going to do some voiceover over the top. For those of you who follow soccer or who live in Sydney, you'll probably be well aware that the Women's World Cup is going on right now in Sydney, and because of that there's a bit of an expo or something here at Sydney Olympic Park. So our usual route has a very minor change, but that little change is a lot of fun. So here's the usual route we do. This is where the ride starts, and we go down the main straight. We have two right hand turns followed by a left hand turn. However, due to road closures, this is slightly changed and we have this brand new route which changes things up quite a bit actually, and instead we get this awesome right hand into left hand, and as we're heading downhill into another right hand turn chicane. Now I love this because it's a little bit more technical, it's a bit harder, and I love it when things get switched up a bit. And this is a lot of fun. I found this a bit challenging, especially because you're going downhill and taking a right hand turn. I'm just going to come out and spoil it. I completely failed at staying with the Pain Train. Instead, I had a little bit of a Sydney Olympic Park degustation. So I had a try of every single train. I went in the Pain Train, the Sushi Plus, the Sushi Miners, and the Donkey Train. But why don't you just watch the video to see how each of them went. Also, quite a few of my viewers have come up and said hi to me in the last couple of weeks. Thanks so much for watching my videos, I really appreciate it. And it's also really cool to meet some of the people that watch my videos in person. So yeah, if you see me, just come up and say hi. I'm always happy to have a chat. And thanks for being a supporter of the channel. Here we are, it's the first lap of the Pain Train, and these two guys have very generously decided to tow us for more than half the first lap. I'm sitting in the wheels here, I'm having a nice time in the draft, but I know sooner or later this guy's going to flick the elbow, and here we go, he's just told me that we need to start rolling. You can see that my watts jump up to about 300 plus, and that's what you can expect on the front of the train. Probably on the right hand side coming around, you're only over 300 watts. And when you're on the left hand side, probably about 250. Now I thought my mate Clifton was going to pull around in front of me, but he pulls up next to me and he says, "Did you sit on the front for a bit?"
Yeah, I guess.
So it looks like we're going to be doing a bit of domestic duties for a bit longer. Fast forward ahead and the first attack goes up the road. Right now I'm thinking I just want to conserve energy, so I'm going to sit on this guy's wheel, but it looks like he's actually not going to close that gap. So I come around and I burn a few matches just to get back onto the grid. But that was actually pretty tiring, and I should have tried to snap close it a bit faster, and instead I let myself dangle out the back for a bit. So that's the little chicane section there. It's actually quite a steep downhill into that right hand turn, and you can see there's little bollards on that right hand corner, so you can't even cut that corner. Now I don't know what was going on. Whoever was on the front was absolutely drilling it, because you can see here I'm doing 500 watts and I'm not even closing this gap to the guy in front of me. I'm definitely left out to dry. Alright, skipping about 20 to 30 minutes ahead, and this is the move where I get dropped. The right hand guys to me, they're all passing, and I know that the last wheel on the right hand train is Chris, so I'm waiting to see him go past so I can go onto his wheel. We go through this corner, the guys on the right are slowly moving up. I'm waiting for Chris, waiting, and that's when I turn my head and I see that he's like 50 meters behind. Cliffy looks like he's gonna go close this, decides not to, and now it's my job to do it. So I'm gonna belt it up this right hand side while cursing Chris.
Classic Chris! Stitch up!
Now, unfortunately for me, these guys in front of me are taking no prisoners. I thought they'd let me get in front of them easily, but no, I'm having to push some serious watts and going over my limit just to get around the front of them. Now, if I was to do this over, when I pull over to the left, I should have just slowed it way down and chilled out a bit. But I think we had some pretty good momentum, and I guess adrenaline was pumping, so I just kept going for it. And this is probably what burned me out, the combination of having to close that big gap before, and then probably going in on the gas a bit too hard here.
Car out!
Now guys, if you are enjoying this content, please subscribe to me. I just reached my last goal, which is to get to 1,000 subscribers. Right now, my goal is to reach 2,000 by the end of the year. If you're liking this content, I've made heaps of other Sydney Olympic Park videos, as well as route guides, as well as bike maintenance and waxing. So there's heaps of stuff on the channel. Click the like, click the subscribe, and join me for this journey. So you're probably wondering what's going on in the footage here. I've just been dropped from the pain train. I'm loitering around Sydney Olympic Park, and I've just caught up to the back of the donkey train. So I'm going to ride with him for a bit, but I didn't catch any content, so let's skip ahead. And this is where I join onto the Sushi Plus train.
Yeah, man! You! Oh, big sprint, boys, to end it.
Cheeky little sprint in the end, got over 1,000 watts, so that's a win in my book. Not sure entirely what that car was doing at the end. Made a pretty erratic turn at the last second, but I avoided him. Anyway, celebrating the night with a Big Mac. If you're here in Sydney and you like what you see, we do this route here around Sydney Olympic Park pretty much every Tuesday night, unless there's a big event going on and there's lots of road closures. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.